Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Monday, February 10th, 2025. I am Fredicia Liburd. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has officially launched the Indoor Air Quality Task Force. The task force comprises representatives of the Ministries of Health, Sustainable Development, International Trade, Justice and Legal Affairs, the Nevis Island Administration, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the Bureau of Standards, the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, the Building Contractors Association, the St. Kitts and Nevis Institute of Architects, and environmental NGOs, among others. The key objectives of the task force include drafting a comprehensive national indoor air quality policy that addresses gaps in current regulations, developing air quality monitoring standards and enforcement mechanisms to ensure compliance, promoting public education campaigns to raise awareness about indoor air quality risks and solutions, recommending sustainable building practices that prioritize clean air and environmental safety, establishing clear guidelines for workplace and residential air quality standards. The task force will meet regularly to review progress, refine strategies, and ensure that key deliverables are completed by mid-2025. Deputy Premier of Nevis, Honorable Eric Evelyn, is currently serving as Acting Premier of Nevis from February 10th to February 11th, 2025. According to an announcement from the Premier's Ministry in the Nevis Island Administration, Minister Evelyn is filling in for Honorable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, who is in Antigua on official duties. Still to come.
Welcome. Thank you for your interest in serving in government. And please, if you leave here with one thing and one thing only from what I've said.
The details right after this break.
Hey my friends, here's your Hustlers Value Mart IGS specials running February 6th to February 19th. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Essential everyday frozen fruit, $16.99. Giovanni Greek yogurt, $6.99. Essential everyday grated Parmesan cheese, $11.99. Blue ribbon ice cream, $32.99. Arm & Hammer liquid detergent, $39.99. Tony fabric softener, $23.89. And now, our very low weekly value deals. Lagos juices, $11.99. The Duncan Hine cake mixes, $6.99. Orville Red and Bucker popcorn, $9.99. Rice Aroni, $7.99. Suave deodorant, $8.99. Tide liquid detergent, $34.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart.
Welcome back. A contingent of new employees of the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, were officially welcomed into the public service on February 7th, 2025, at the Ministry of Human Resources First Orientation Seminar. The all-day event, which was held at the Nevis Disaster Management Department's conference room, briefed the employees on various aspects of the public service. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, was present at the seminar and delivered brief remarks. He urged those present to treat their job with respect.
I want to say to you that you have entered a very noble service, and a service that I continue to encourage all of our workers to treat with respect. It is different to working with a private company, because a private company may have its own rules, its own ethos. When you work for the government, you work in the public service, then we have a special set of rules, and part and parcel of why we are here each year is to expose you to the rules that govern your service.
He then congratulated the employees and welcomed them to the public service.
Now, the fact that you reached this far means that you have what it takes. The fact that you've reached this far means that somebody has recommended you, and there has been a process, and you have now been appointed. And if you have been appointed, it means that you're now part of what we call the permanent establishments. And so again, I welcome you. I encourage you to do your best. I encourage you to give of your best. I encourage you to make sure that everybody who comes into contact with you goes away with a good feeling that you gave them the best service that you could give. And so I continue to encourage and hope that you will have long careers and rewarding careers in the public service. Welcome. Thank you for your interest in serving in government. And please, if you leave here with one thing and one thing only from what I've said, please remember that your job is to serve the members of the public.
Other presenters included Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Human Resources, Kevin Barrett, who spoke on the rules and regulations of the public service, Marita Hendrickson, Branch Officer 2 at the Nevis branch of the National Caribbean Insurance, who discussed the National Insurance Medical Scheme, Karen Claxton Amory, Public Relations Officer at the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board, who spoke on the topic Social Security and the Employed. The seminar was chaired by Education Officer Therese Dorr.
The Four Seasons Resort and Sunshine's Beach Bar, they've been nominated for USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. Four Seasons, in fact, has been nominated in 3 categories: the Best Caribbean Resort, the Best Caribbean Golf Course, and the Best Restaurant in the Caribbean, Escalina. Sunshine's Beach Bar will also be nominated in the category Best Caribbean Beach Bar.
Premier of Nevis and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, made this announcement at his recently held press conference on January 28, 2025. The Tourism Minister also noted that Nevis was recently featured in Forbes magazine.
That Nevis has been featuring quite prominently in various international publications, and I think it's quite a coup for this little island that we were recently featured in Forbes magazine, which listed Nevis as a top tourist destination and regional player. Nigel Tisdale, writing for the Daily Mail in the UK, has visited every Caribbean island and has named Nevis among the top 3. I believe the other 2 were Grenada and Jamaica. So we're in good company, and the island is getting excellent exposure.
Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Liebert. Thank you for viewing.